Well, schmack-a-magob, everybody. I just got back from the Queensrÿche show. So it's a concert review. So Queensrÿche is touring now with Marty Friedman and Trauma. Now, for those that don't know Trauma, that's the band Cliff Burton was from before he joined Metallica. Now, I heard some Trauma. I believe there's a video here on YouTube with Cliff Burton and Trauma, and they were also on a Metal Massacre, and I didn't really think much of it. I didn't think it sucked, but it was kind of like it just went here and there. I just didn't really pay attention to it. So I saw them tonight, and they were mind-blowing. Yes. I thought they were excellent. I was like, damn, this is some good metal. They were unbelievably cool. And I was like, I really enjoyed them. I was like, damn, man, that's some good stuff they were playing tonight, man. Some good metal. The singer was hitting those high notes. And, you know, I can't tell you who's an original member of the band, but I did notice one of the guitar players was the guitar player I saw with the Three Tremors. So, and, you know, he's kind of young, so I'm sure he's not an original member. If I was to place my bet, I would say the other guitar player, the singer, and the drummer, maybe they're original members. I wouldn't know. All I know is they were great. And if they come to town, this show, Queensrÿche, Marty Friedman, and Trauma, I would highly recommend you go in early, because they were awesome. I wasn't expecting much. I was like, let's check out this Trauma band, you know. And they were great. They were really cool, man. Now, only my girlfriend knows this, and I forgot to mention this. I should have mentioned this in the beginning of it. I had a really crappy day. I mean, horrendous day. And I'm not going to go into details because now I feel great. But man, I had such a crappy day that, you know, I was telling her about it when I got to the venue. I'm in the parking lot, and I give her a call, and I'm just, you know, venting my aggravation, and she's awesome at listening. And, you know, just telling her how crappy my day is, and I just need a good release, you know. And I was hoping this show would give me a release, and it sure did. I mean, Trauma, I was fist pumping. I was loving it, man. It was great metal, man. I loved it. So, Trauma, highly recommend it, man. I'm going to look into their albums, man, because that was some good stuff they played. And I also want to mention there were a few people up front that knew every word to some of the songs, where even the singer said something to the effect of, man, these guys know every word. Like, when I mess up, I look at them and I remember the lyrics. So it was cool to see that, you know, they had like some loyal fans all the way down here in Fort Lauderdale to see them. They were great. Next comes Marty Friedman. Now, Marty Friedman, his whole band is Japanese. He's got this cute little Japanese bass player that plays left-handed. The drummer was awesome. He had such a great stage presence. And he had another guitar player, and they were great. And what was really cool about it was in the middle of the set, like, Marty goes, I heard there's some good guitar players. Who here plays guitar? And everybody was pointing at my friend David, who plays in this band called Fathom from down here. Him. And David went up on stage, and him and Marty were shredding it, and I absolutely loved it. And it was great. Marty, you know, if you ask me, I think he stole the show. I think he was the best act. He was great. He was unbelievably good. He was just amazing. And, you know, it was all instrumental stuff, you know, but, man, it was awesome. Trauma was awesome, too. I'm just saying, there was this energy with that band he has, and that drummer and Marty, man. They were all energetic and into it. And it ripped, man. Marty Friedman was amazing. I gotta say, I was, you know, I'll be honest, one of the reasons I wanted to go to the show really was for Marty Friedman, but that last Queensrÿche album was so good, I was like, man, I gotta see Queensrÿche too. You know, but it was a bonus to see Marty Friedman, but man, I didn't think he was gonna be that good. He was mind-blowing good. Alright, so then Queensrÿche comes out. And where's my phone? Here's my phone, because I got to grab the set list, because I don't want to forget anything. Alright. They opened the show. They played, quite a few tunes from the new album. The new album's really good. They opened the show with an Extremis. Good opener. Rocked. It was cool. And then it went into Lost in Sorrow. Right into Lost in Sorrow, too, from the new album. Great as well. And then they go into Spread the Disease off of Operation Mindcrime. It was great, but I gotta say, man, Scott Rockenfield is missed. I'm not bashing their new drummer. He's great, but he's no Scott Rockenfield, man. I mean, he did the job. I'm not saying he was a bad drummer, but man, Scott Rockenfield was missed, especially like that intro to Spread the Disease. It was like, damn, that ain't Scott Rockenfield. But it was cool to see them play that, because it's one of my favorites off Operation Mindcrime. And then, oh boy, they go into Child of Fire. Wow. The first time I ever seen them play this. Because, the first time I ever saw Queensrÿche was Rage for Order tour, opening for Ozzy. And then, I saw a bunch of tours after that. And Child of Fire was never played at any of those shows. So it was great to see, Child of Fire play it. And, Dilatory was hitting those notes. It was great. It was awesome. And then they go into Enforce from The Warning as well, which was badass. Another song I've never seen them play live. And it was awesome. It was just awesome to see that old school stuff. Then they went into Don't Look Back, which is off, I believe, just a Queensrÿche self-title. I could be wrong. But, and it was the second time they ever played it. They played it for the first time ever the day before at Orlando. They debuted it that night. And then they go into Light Years, which I believe that's from The Verdict, maybe? I don't know. I'm pretty bad at the Dilatory albums, even though I do own them. But, yeah, it was cool. And then Sick Death, which was another new one. And which was cool, but excuse me, I got gas. Excuse me. I hope I edit that out. Anyway, then they go into, and I know not a lot of people agree with this, because I've seen a lot of grumbling online how people hate this song. Man, I absolutely love the song Forest from the last album. It's this beautiful ballad, about losing a parent. It's just gorgeous. And, it's a heart-touching video they made for it, and just beautiful. And they played that, and it was so good. I absolutely loved that they played that. They didn't play Silent Lucidity, which, I love that song. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. Let's cut the deck. But hey, I've been seeing them play that live ever since the Empire Tour. So hey, if you're going to take out Silent Lucidity and throw in something like Enforce, I'm all for it. But Forest was beautiful, gorgeous, and they played it well, loved it. Then they went into Jet City Woman, that everybody woke up. Yay! I dig that song. And then into Inner Unrest, which I believe is from the last album as well. That was cool. Then Empire, of course they got to play that, which is cool. And the last album, seriously, I think Forest is the best song, but a very close second is a song called Behind the Walls, right? They played that next, and that was awesome. It's a heavier track. Forest is ballady. This is like my second favorite song off the album. Love that they played it, and they played it very late in the set. Then they went into the Queen of the Reich, which the classic, always needs to be played, even though they didn't play it a lot with Jeff Tate toward the end. But now Jeff Tate is doing it, and he's doing it well. He's hitting those notes at his age. But yeah, they played that, and then they went into My Empty Room / Eyes of the Stranger, which was cool, and then my favorite part was the encore. One of the songs I have seen them play it live on the Empire Tour, but I never seen them play Deliverance. They came out and they played Deliverance. It smoked. It was awesome. And then they followed it with my all-time favorite Queensrÿche song. They ended the show with it, Roads to Madness. And I did see them play that on the Empire Tour. You know, I did see the original lineup play it at least. But it was much welcomed to have Roads to Madness at the end of the show. That was amazing. It was great. Great show. And even though I think Marty stole the show, Queensrÿche was awesome. They were great. You know, that drummer's no Rockenfield. I mean, I've seen Queensrÿche without Rockenfield, and I'm not sure if they're the same drummers, because I remember seeing them before where the drummer didn't really stick out like, oh man, that's not Scott Rockenfield. Where tonight, this guy was great. I'm not saying he's bad, but he didn't have that little extra oomph that Rockenfield had, I feel. But all in all, it was a great show, great night out. Got to see a lot of cool friends. Got to let out a lot of my negative energy during that show, man. All that pent up crappy stuff that happened to me today. Just came out. I mean, even before the show, I felt a little better talking to my girlfriend, because she's awesome and she let me vent, and she knows what to say to me, so that helped too. And what can I say? It was a great night out, and that is my concert review of Queensrÿche, Marty Friedman, and Trauma. And may I suggest to you, if you like those bands, one band, two bands, or, you know, go see it if it comes your way. It was a great night out. Sold out at the Culture Room. The place was packed. And good thing I got my ticket beforehand. And it was great seeing some friends that I haven't seen since before the pandemic, and then a bunch of friends I've seen after the pandemic at some of the shows I've gone to. But it's always great to go to the Culture Room and see my Broward County friends, and Dade County too. And I'm going to end the video now. I'm tired. I've had a draining day, pissed off day. Drove all the way to Fort Lauderdale with a lot of traffic, by the way, on a Saturday. There was so many cars, and I mean, there was 2 car accidents. It sucked. It even made my frustrating day even more frustrating. But I got there. I got parking. It's hard to find parking there unless you go there early, which I did. And I got there a little later than planned, and I had 1 parking spot left, so I got lucky. And thank you for watching, everybody. You all rock. You all rule. And I'm going to leave you now with a little clip of Marty Friedman. So, stay frosty. And if you like donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And subscribe to my channel and click that little notification bell. Right on, everybody. Stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath. And smack 'em a gob. Here's Marty Friedman doing a little bit of Tornado of Souls.